Hello. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? I am going to make a real quick cookie. I'm going to get my apron on. Oh, let's see here. How is everybody today? It's going to be a quick cookie. I got a couple things I need to get done today before we leave tomorrow, so this is going to be one of them that I'm going to do, so I thought I'd do it online. You guys don't want to see a regular chocolate chip cookie, so, well, I'm not making just a regular chocolate chip cookie. I'm making one with no chocolate chips in it, because a friend of ours does not like any kind of chocolate in his cookies. Hold on a minute, guys. Let me get my butter. Okay, so you need to preheat your oven at 320, and the cookies are going to cook for 12 minutes is what it says. So, hi. I don't know. I don't want to sabotage your name. Hello. Okay, so we need 1 cup of butter. I'm going to do that first because you need to let it beat for 2 minutes. Let's get this on. Alexa, set a timer for 2 minutes. So, hi Christy, how are you? So you need to let your butter beat for 2 minutes, guys. Next thing we're going to get ready is you need a ½ cup of sweetened condensed milk. So I do not want to waste this. So after I make this, we're going to figure out what to use the other part for. And we're leaving tomorrow, so if I can't figure out something today, I will be freezing this because I am not going to waste that. So you're going to need a ½ cup of sweetened condensed milk. And then, so a cup of butter, let it beat for 2 minutes. A ½ cup of sweetened condensed milk. 2 cups of all-purpose flour, which I have right here, ready. 3 teaspoons of baking powder, and then we're going to use 2 teaspoons of lemon extract. Now we did lemon yesterday too. We did a lemon no-bake cookie. My son said they were good. I liked them. My husband was not a fan of them. He was not a fan of the lemon no-bake, but I guess it's different for everybody. So we need to scrape. Let me get my scooper. Okay. Actually, I was going to use the same size I used yesterday, but I'm going to use a small scooper because these are supposed to be more like a tea cookie. So we're going to use the small one today. Oh, let's take this off. So the directions say let it beat for 2 minutes, and then you're going to scrape it down. Then you're going to add the sweetened condensed milk. Alexa, stop. You're going to add the sweetened condensed milk. And then scrape the butter down off the sides. So I guess you're getting all your sugar from the sweetened condensed milk. Alexa, set a timer for 2 minutes. So you need another 2 minutes after you add your sweetened condensed milk in and you scrape your bowl down. Then we're gonna.
2 minutes after you add your sweet condensed milk in and you scrape your bowl down time. 2 minutes. Starting now.
Well, I guess she's repeating everything I said. Make sure you scrape your bowl down. So we need 3 teaspoons of baking powder, and we're just going to put it in with the 1, 2. Make sure you get it level. 3. And we'll just zhuzh that around in the flour. So this is 2 cups of all-purpose flour here. We'll just stir that around in there. Like I said yesterday, I'm always willing to try a recipe one time. So if you ask me if I would make the lemon no-bake cookies, probably not lemon, but butterscotch, yeah. I would try an attempt at those. Okay, and then once we put this in, we're going to put 2 teaspoons, and it has to be completely level. You don't want any more than 2 teaspoons of an extract. You can put in vanilla, you can put in lemon, you can put in anise, you can put in almond, orange extract, strawberry, whatever flavor you want to extract. I'm going to do lemon. We got 20 seconds left. And then I'll bring my sheet pans over and we'll start scooping.
You also need another 2 minutes after you add your sweet condensed milk in and you scrape your bowl down. Timer is done.
Alexa, stop. Okay. So now we're going to add in the flour and the baking powder. And the 2 teaspoons of lemon extract. Hi, Cameron. I'm going to start that off slow and then we'll pick it up a little bit. Hi, J5. How are you? Hi, BB. Okay, we are done. So let's see what this dough looks like. It's a soft dough. No eggs. I guess we'll just have to see. It might be against my better judgment, and I'm going to taste this. There's no raw eggs in it, so let's just see. I'm just curious. It almost tastes like just like a butter cookie, but a lot softer. And then after these bake for 12 minutes, You let them cool, and then you roll them around in powdered sugar. So if you're just getting on here, these are sweetened condensed milk snowballs. You bake them at 320 for 12 minutes. It's a cup of butter, beat it for 2 minutes. Add a half a cup of sweetened condensed milk, beat it again for 2 minutes. 2 cups of flour, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, and 2 teaspoons of lemon extract. Okay, so I got the 2 cans here. In her directions, she says to space them 2 inches apart, so we'll do that. So I'm assuming, because of her directions, you want a little scoop. I think this scoop is probably, I want to say a teaspoon if you don't have a cookie scoop, is what I'm assuming. And the temperature is at 320, so it's definitely a lower temp of baking a cookie than normally. So generally, when you're baking cookies, they're generally always 350, unless it's, you know, something different. So, and this is definitely something different. So, I really couldn't even taste the lemon extract. So maybe once they bake, you'll be able to. I don't know. Okay, so we're going to put this in the oven for 12 minutes. And I'm going to judge that because I have an electric oven, so we're going to see. So I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. There's 15 on a pan. Alexa, set a timer for 12 minutes.
12 minutes, starting now.
Sometimes she has her own mind. Hello, everybody. Hi, Kay. How are you? What am I making? I am making sweetened condensed milk snowballs. They bake at 320 for 12 minutes. It's a cup of butter. You let it beat for 2 minutes. Then you add a half a cup of sweetened condensed milk. Let it beat for 2 minutes with the butter. Scrape the butter down and then add your sweetened condensed milk. Then 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, and 2 teaspoons of whatever extract you choose. It can be vanilla, almond, anise, lemon, orange, strawberry, whatever you choose. I chose lemon. And I'm using a small cookie scoop. If you don't have a small cookie scoop, then go to a teaspoon and see what that looks like. And as I said yesterday, I was on here, we made the lemon no-bake, the lemon no-bake cookies. I thought they were okay. My son thought they were okay. My husband was not a fan. They did not set up as hard as a chocolate one would. And I was looking between the 2 recipes, and yesterday when I was looking at different recipes, the sugar intake on the lemon no-bake one, I can't remember, I think it was 1.5 cups of sugar. And I think on some of the chocolate ones, it's 2 cups of sugar. So maybe that's the reason. I don't know. These are definitely soft. So there's really not much in this cookie. So your sweetness is coming from, hi Megan, your sweetness is coming from your sweetened condensed milk. We got some really nice weather here today. It's 76 here today. It might be hotter than that now. Okay, so 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So that's 30 so far. So we probably have another whole pan. So yeah, we'll get lots. Maybe another whole pan, maybe another pan and a half of these. So let's just set this up and wait for, we got a few minutes here. Let me get a drying rack. We'll put them up here. And then it says to garnish them with powdered sugar. And you can store them for 2 weeks in an airtight container is what it says. They're staying pretty much true to shape. They're not getting like completely out of whack. So let me get my other I'm gonna get my big sheet pan. And I'm gonna finish scooping these. We'll see how many we get. Let me scoop this bowl, scrape this bowl down. So tomorrow we're leaving for our first ever cruise. I am nervous. Definitely nervous. Okay. I think we can get one more out of here. Get it all. Use all your ingredients, guys. Things cost too much nowadays. So yeah, after this, after I get these baked and get them cooled, I'm going to make chocolate chips cookies with no chocolate chips in them. Because our friend that we're going on the cruise with, he does not like chocolate chips. 30, 2, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46. So we ended up with 47 cookies out of that batch. That's pretty good for all the more ingredients we had. Let me put this in the sink. So that's pretty good, I think. I got dough on my counter. Okay, so we'll go over the recipe one more time. He's got 2 minutes left, guys. So these are called Sweetened Condensed Milk Snowballs. It bakes at 320 for 12 minutes. It's 1 cup of butter. And you beat that for 2 minutes. Then you add a half a cup of sweetened condensed milk and beat it for an additional 2 minutes. Then you add 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 3 teaspoons of baking soda, and then 2 teaspoons of extract of your choice. I chose lemon. You can do anise, almond, strawberry, orange, whatever flavor, vanilla, whatever flavor you want. Hi Juan, hi TJ, Jax. Hi Alyssa, how are you? You're back on today. So we're doing another lemon cookie today. So, but I taste the dough, like I tasted it raw. It has a slight hint of lemon, just a slight. So the directions say that once they cool, you dust them with powdered sugar and you can leave them sit in a container for 2 weeks, an airtight container, and the powdered sugar will stay on them. Not like a Mexican wedding cookie where you powder sugar them when they're warm. You have to wait for these to cool off before you can powder sugar them. So we're waiting for these to come out, and I'm going to put them right here so you guys can see them as soon as they come out. Oh, let's see. I'm going to get a... So with that small amount of ingredients, we got 47 cookies. I used a small cookie scoop, but you can use a teaspoon, and they'll come out the same size, I'm sure. You just have to use the back side of a teaspoon and scoop it off with the other teaspoon. You know, fill up your teaspoon and scoop it off with the other teaspoon. And then that's it. The ingredients are really simple, but you bake them at 320 is what it says, for 12 minutes. So the temperature in your oven is a lot lower than a regular standard cookie, which is normally 350. So I will post this definitely for sure whenever I'm done with them today. I'll post the recipe, and then I'll let you guys see what they look like. And then I'm going to end my live, and I'm going to make some chocolate chip cookies. You guys don't want to see chocolate chip cookies. Everybody makes chocolate chip cookies. But these ones aren't going to have chips in them. Alexa, stop. Okay. So this is what they look like, guys. Golden brown on the bottom, light on the top. Don't do what I'm doing. Don't use your fingers. You can use a spatula because they are very hot. I'm just used to it. My husband said I must have burnt the tips of my fingers off because It doesn't bother me. They're light and airy. Very light and airy. Alexa, set a timer for 12 minutes. Now. Let me
12
see.
minutes. Starting now.
You're not supposed to powder sugar them yet, but I'm just gonna see what it's like. So I'm gonna see if I like the powdered sugar or if I'm going to like maybe let them cool and make like a lemon drizzle to go on top. So we're just gonna see. Alright, so that's coated pretty good. Let me see what that tastes like. You really can't taste the lemon. They're nice and airy. You see them? They're nice and airy. They're soft. I think if I made them again, and I did lemon, I would do some, I would grate some lemon zest in here to go inside the cookie. Just add some lemon zest. But I think to get a pop of flavor, I really think that I can make like a drizzle and they would taste like lemon. Right now they just taste like a really good butter cookie is what they taste like. They really don't taste like, they just taste like a really good butter cookie. So if I make them again, I will definitely, if I want the lemon pow, I will add lemon zest to the inside and probably another teaspoon of lemon extract instead of, hey Tanya, instead of the 2 teaspoons. Like I said, I always try a recipe once. It's a good cookie. I'm not going to say it's not. It's a really good cookie. But I would add an extra teaspoon of lemon, and I would put lemon zest in here if you wanted lemon. If you want to go with almond or something like that, then I would just add the 3 teaspoons of whatever extract that you're going to use. But for me, I wanted to get that lemon pop, and I'm not getting it. So the next time I make them, zest will go in and another teaspoon of lemon extract for sure. But they're nice and airy. They're an airy, airy cookie. They just taste like butter. So, I will make them again, but I'll change it up. And I'll make it my way. Let me get a drink. So, this was entertaining. The cookie I made yesterday, I will not make again unless I do butterscotch. I'll do butterscotch. I like the lemon. My son liked the lemon. My husband wasn't a fan. These cookies, I will definitely make these again, but I will add to it. So today, whenever I go to post the recipe, I will put on here what I'm going to add to where I think it would taste better. And then you guys, I mean, that's what a recipe is, right? You just kind of, you make it and then you make it your own. So that's what I'm going to do. The next time I make this, I'm going to make it my own. I'm going to do some different ingredients on the inside. I'm going to add lemon zest and an extra teaspoon of lemon extract to get that pop. So it's been fun, guys. I won't be on here for 6 days, so I don't know what I'm going to do. So I'll be back though once we get back on vacation for sure. So it's been fun. I will talk to you guys later. I got more cookies to make, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful next week. I'm sure we will. Talk to you later. Bye. Bye, Kay.